Curriculum Update High School English Language Arts ELA Review. Hello, I'm Jessica Ebert, Director of Curriculum.
And I am Katie Carvello, 6 through 12 ELA Curriculum Coordinator.
We are here to provide you with an overview of the work that has occurred in high school English Language Arts, also referred to as ELA. In alignment with Policy 2210, which outlines the curriculum development process, and as part of the Strategic Plan Objective 1.1, a 7-year curriculum cycle was developed. As articulated in the 7-year curriculum cycle, a high school English language arts review was set in motion during the 22-23 school year. Although there is a lot we could spend time on and report out in this presentation, we would like to spend a majority of our time communicating the future vision of 912 ELA in the Wauwatosa School District. Accompanying this presentation is an executive summary in which you can find a thorough and detailed report on actions set in motion through the development phase of the 7-year cycle. Within the executive summary, you will find background on the initial work for the development phase of ELA curriculum review cycle and the audit conducted in 2019, an overview of the curriculum review process, timelines and outcomes of the work as it relates to 912 ELA education, a description of the vision for ELA education in Wauwatosa and key levers to achieve that future state, a plan to monitor for effectiveness, potential barriers to consider, study, and monitor, an anticipated budget, recommendations to the Board of Education, and future actions and steps as it relates to the high school English language arts alignment to the curriculum review process. And at this time, I will turn it over to Katie Carvello, who will provide further information regarding the future state of high school English in the Wauwatosa School District.
As a collective organization, we have established connection to the Wisconsin vision of English language arts instruction. This vision begins with the guiding principles, which captures the essence of teaching and learning and serves to support educators with clarity and a focus when planning to meet the needs of all learners. These principles include: every student has the right to learn, instruction must be rigorous and relevant, purposeful assessment drives instruction and affects learning, learning is a collaborative responsibility, students bring strengths and responsibility to learning, and responsive environments engage learners. Along with the guiding principle, the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction has set a vision for Wisconsin ELA instruction, which also helps us to set the ideal state of what we would like high school English language arts to look, sound, and feel like in our district. In addition to fulfilling the commitment to the Wisconsin English language arts vision, our district's visions continue to be the North Star as we work to achieve the future state of high school English language arts. The review team saw a clear alignment between the Wisconsin vision for English language arts and the Wauwatosa School District mission, vision, and core values, and felt compelled to make the changes necessary in order to realize this vision for the students of Wauwatosa. The 3 main objectives that were identified in order to bring this vision to life include solid foundational courses aligned to standards, clear course pathways that support varying student needs and interests, ongoing professional development and support. I will briefly discuss each of these objectives in a moment, but the full detail can be found in the ELA Curriculum Executive Summary. We would be remiss if we did not thank the amazing educators that supported this first phase of the work. As detailed in the executive summary, this team invested a significant time and effort into deeply studying the resources under review. Some highlights of the work included observing elementary and middle school classrooms within our district to see the literacy instructional practices and curriculum aligned instruction within those settings, attending site visits and engaging in conversations with teachers and leaders within the area, and leaning into the research-based tools in order to elevate the highest quality resource that meets the needs of all students and educators in Wauwatosa. As mentioned earlier, the 3 main objectives that were identified in order to bring the Wisconsin vision for English language arts instruction and Wauwatosa School District vision to life include a solid foundational course aligned to standards, clear course pathways that support varying student needs and interests, ongoing professional development and support. Each of these objectives are communicated in full detail in the executive summary, but I will briefly describe an overview for each. Objective 1, building a solid foundation for learning English language arts standards has already begun in our elementary and middle schools within the district. There has been a strong commitment and implementation to the Wisconsin English Language Arts standards within our elementary and middle schools since the audit in 2019. Strong curricula aligned to the Wisconsin English Language Arts standards will ensure that students build upon their literacy skills in the areas of reading, writing, language, and speaking and listening in order to appreciate the joy and wonder books or texts can provide, but ensure that students exceed proficiency in literacy skills and ensure that they are college and career ready. The foundational English language arts courses in 9th and 10th grade aim to equip and inspire all students to pursue whatever future English courses they are interested in. Because of a thorough review process conducted by the ELA Curriculum Review Team, we were able to elevate the Common Lit 360 program to serve as a curricular resource to set the foundation within our English 9 and 10 courses. This web-based resource is not only aligned to the Wisconsin ELA standards, which serves our students' cognitive needs, but also met our district's affective needs, which provides that joy, wonder, and engagement for students. Successful supports to ensure that students have access and tools to show or exceed proficiency in the standards, and met our cultural proficiency criteria with the set instructional practices that ensure students access a wide array of literature and informational texts from a diverse group of authors. The second objective is to establish clear course pathways. This is a visual representation that communicates this pathway. All ninth graders would take English 9 to ensure a strong foundation of standards-aligned learning, and then beyond that in 10th grade, students would have the opportunity to take either English 10 or AP Seminar. English 10 would continue the strong foundation of literacy standards and be a rigorous course for our students. AP Seminar would be an alternative pathway for students to begin AP coursework in which they can receive college credit earlier. Students who wish to take AP Seminar sophomore year will consult with their guidance counselor regarding their future intentions for English coursework in high school to ensure that they are making moves that will support their interests and the demands of the courses provided. Also, there will be a prerequisite set for AP Seminar, which recommends that students achieve at least a B or above in English 9 to ensure that the students has met the English 9 through 10 standard band and has the foundation to enhance their skills in the areas of reading and analyzing texts, gathering information from sources, viewing an issue from multiple perspectives, and crafting arguments based on evidence, which are skills that are practiced within the AP Seminar course. Then, junior and senior year, students have choice within their course options. They can continue to take AP English courses such as AP Language or AP Literature. Also, they have the option to continue the AP Capstone course and take AP Research, which is not an English elective, but provides the opportunity for a student to explore a topic of interest and further enhance the skills within AP Seminar to write a college essay and present their findings. Furthermore, we are proposing 2 new courses, Dual Credit Composition and Dual Credit Literature. Please see the linked course proposals on slide 12, which are aligned to Policy 2220 or within the executive summary to review a detailed description of what these courses will provide. Ultimately, by providing these 2 options, we will provide further opportunity for college credit. Along with our AP and dual credit courses, we will also offer elective courses to serve the interests and needs of our students. Our first priority is to ensure a solid implementation of the English 9 and 10 courses. Then our elective courses will engage in review work to ensure that all these courses are aligned to the Wisconsin ELA standards. Last, it is important to note that we are proposing a policy revision to no longer have oral communication as a graduation requirement for the class of 2028. Since our English 9 and 10 will provide a comprehensive literacy approach based on standards, speaking and listening will be a focus in those courses. However, the review team felt that this course could be an elective to serve the interests of students who are seeking a career that involves communication in some aspect, which we will look to review and refine. Our goal is to begin this course pathway in 2024-2025 school year. The third objective is ongoing professional development and support. Adequate professional learning will be critical in ensuring that teachers receive the support they need to successfully implement the new curriculum. A detailed plan for ongoing professional learning can be found in the executive summary. Salient aspects of the professional learning plan include Common Lit 360 Initial Curriculum Launch Professional Learning, AP Institute opportunities for our English teachers, Common Lit 360 follow-up support and unit deep dives, and ongoing support for Wisconsin ELA standards learning, along with best practices in literacy instruction. In order to monitor the effectiveness of the future state of English language arts education in Wauwatosa, common assessments will be implemented and data will be gathered on a regular basis to ensure that the curriculum is serving the needs of all students. Assessments are included in the Common Lit 360 materials and have been intentionally designed to assess students' growth within the English language arts standards. The assessments within this resource were designed in conjunction with the instructional materials so that evidence gathered through assessment can become a seamless part of instruction. The assessment opportunities within the Common Lit 360 resource are well designed and support evidence gathering for a variety of purposes, including formative tasks that occur during instruction, embedded tasks with rubrics that support the interpretation and use of student ideas to inform instruction, and summative tasks. The assessments also involve students in analyzing their own ideas and those of their peers while engaging in speaking and listening opportunities in writing. As a secondary ELA curriculum coordinator, I will work with the high school instructional coach to support teams in their collaboration to ensure that common understanding of the assessments and assessment plan is built, student progress is effectively monitored, and appropriate adjustments to instruction are made along the way to support student learning and our district's pay cycle. Beyond common assessments, other data sources like STAR data, teacher and student surveys, and classroom observations will be utilized to consistently gather feedback in regards to student progress towards mastery and proficiency within the ELA standards.
This table outlines the recommendations we are making to the Board of Education and are needed to achieve the future state and vision for high school English language arts in the Wauwatosa School District. Following the board conversation on October 9th, the community will have opportunities to review curricular materials per Policy 2210. Materials under review are accessible at all times through the Curriculum Review website, as well as on the following dates and times at the Fisher Administration Building. The in-person opportunities will allow for questions and conversation as needed.
In the next phase of development, work will continue to ensure that the review team continues to align actions to the vision and future state of English language arts instruction in the Wauwatosa School District. At the high school level, all English teachers will engage in training and professional development with the Common Lit 360 resource to ensure they are adequately prepared to implement the new curriculum successfully with all students. As teams prepare and begin to implement new curriculum, student support allocations will be studied in order to ensure that the needs of all students are met. Further, during the monitoring phase, the impact of implementation on student progress toward mastery of the Wisconsin ELA standards will be studied. Data will be continuously reviewed and ongoing professional learning will occur, and periodic updates to the Board of Education and Curriculum Council will be provided. Thank you for your time and consideration involving the information provided in this presentation, as well as your service to the students of the Wauwatosa School District.